Probably just one of those bird feeders where you hang up a ball to it and seeds and stuff, except the birds ate it all. So it's just, you know, a rope. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. Whoa, it's a plot code lock. Those things are unpickable. Come in, it's open. It's always open. The door creaks open, you step inside. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as a variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age and slightly hunched posture grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He's standing near a large puddle of blood. Hello, my name is Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast. Your what? Blood and breakfast. Oh, sorry, I have a lisp. A lisp? Yes, it makes lud sound like lewd. A bead and breakfast. People also tell me I emphasize words oddly, but I don't get that at all. Uh-huh. There's a lot of blood on the floor. I can't help but notice you have a giant pool of blood on your floor. Blood? Oh, no. I can see why you might think that, but this is certainly rude like blood, but this is tomato soup. Tomato soup? Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy of me. I was just getting started cleaning up when you arrived. There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleepy Time and Earl Grey. There's a kettle on the stove and it's still hot. A large collection of steel chains and hooks, as well as knives, shears, and other blades and implements. Everything is covered with rust or possibly dried blood, or probably both. You notice my collection? Yeah, it's dramatic. They all belonged to my father and my father before them. They were butchers. And you? I do a little bit, but not professionally. I broke with family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Sorry, that's private. That's my blood room. Your what? My blood room. My age room. Oh, right, gotcha. Can I have a look at the guest room? It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at the moment. My last guest has only just checked out, and I still need to clean up the mess. Oh. What's on the menu? Homemade sausages and tomato soup. I also have a special tea blend that's a real knockout. Sausages? Long pork sausages, my grandfather's own recipe. Did you just say long pork? That's right, I make them longer than regular pork. They're way more filling that way. This is puzzling and uncomfortable for many different reasons. You mentioned a special tea blend. Yes, a special herbal blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. Huh. As a mailman did I recently. Why, yes, my last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us. I hope you mean they left. I like to think he'll always be here in spirit. There's nothing very unusual when you notice two jars of tea with sleepy time and Earl Grey. You surreptitiously swap the labels. Chuck didn't seem to have noticed. Oh, that reminds me, I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled by now. Would you care for a cup of tea? No thanks, I'm good. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips at it while staring at you. After a bit, he starts to look drowsy. Oh my, I'm coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should get my blood down for a few minutes. It's been a long day. Please excuse me. Going through Chuck's drawers seems like maybe not a good idea. There's a key on top, though. Yoink, indeed. And steel yourself at what you're about to see. Doesn't look nearly as horrific down here as you expected, unless you're particularly horrified by an unmade bed. Blank postcard. Books left by previous guests. Very nice. Okay, damn it. Neither rain nor sleet nor super creepy B&B proprietors. Oh man, thank goodness you found my mail. Mailbag is yours. Yeah, I've been stressed out lately, so I took a day off and ran to the room here for a sort of mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy. A little weird, I guess, but real personable. And his cooking is great. The tomato soup and those great big sausages. He has teed and wonders my insomnia, too. It did seem pretty effective. Anyway, I forgot my mailbag and wasn't sure where I left it, so I've been retracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding me. Sure, no problem. Here you go. Well, that's sorted, I guess. Oh my. And there's only one skill left to learn in the bean craft, and that's bean walls. Unfortunately, just as you finally mastered the technique, you drop the book on the other side of one of the walls and lose it. Aww. Alright, time to return to Breadwood and move on to another job. You spot a guy riding down the road on a brown horse, wearing a brown fur coat, fur hat, and carrying a brown shopping bag. I was about to say coat. With a brown loaf of stolen bread sticking out the top. You can tell it's stolen because the bag has a little picture of a loaf of bread on it. Hand over all your bread or I'll bludgeon you to death. Jeez, you sure like bread, huh? Yeah, it's kind of my thing. Offer him infinite bread. Listen, you know that old saying, give a man a fish and he eats for a day, teach a man to fish and he eats for the rest of his life? I don't like fish, I just like bread. You kind of missed the point. I'll go slowly. You write down your mom's bread recipe and explain to him in short words. He gives you his large and very stale loaf of bread in exchange and rides away excitedly. Bread is the staff of life, but this is shorter, more like a wand, really. Ooh, magic bread. Yep, found the missing mailman too. He's on his way to deliver it. Excellent. I hope this is an issue of Mayor's Monthly. Sounds informative. The overdue book. Our library's only got 4 books, so it's serious business when someone doesn't return one. Our sources say it was loaned out to a lady named Alexandria. It was a couple of mayors ago, so I don't know her, but we've got an address. A couple of mayors ago. More than likely she's dead. So, let's check the graves. Wait, what? Biff Bunkerston. He was a real buttface. Yeah, that sounds like Biff, alright. Alright, let's see what's up with the tree. A secret door opens to the side. There's a chest. A taunting treasure chest. The chest contains a lone but extremely large gemstone and a document describing a tontine that you apparently won despite not even signing up for it. Unbreakable ruby. Lol. search for Alexandria continues. Wouldn't hurt trying the military cemetery. Looks like a military cemetery over through that gate. How can you tell? Because the graves are all lined up in neat rows? Yeah, they're all painted like that gross olive drab color. I thought that was just moss. Caretaker shameful. Military Reenactment Enthusiast Society. Apparently they meet regularly at Fort Memorial. Maybe that's where the caretaker went. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. No, it's good fire. Not too wasting it. Nah, I'll fight him. Goblin Bratwurst. This is a bratwurst you got from the goblin in the military cemetery. It's kept warm by our gratitude but for the boys in uniform who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we may be free to have barbecues. Hooray! Is this burning in eternal flame? Yes. Beyond this gate stand countless rows and columns of tombstones. Well, they're not actually countless. I've counted them. There are 999 of them. You can visit an individual plot them if you like. Are you a cemetery caretaker? Nope, I'm a dedicated, unemployed layabout. Then where'd you get the money to buy expensive wargaming miniatures, Rift? Yeah, it's me. Did one of the other guys tell you? I try to keep it hushed because people assume you're a weirdo if you work in the graveyard. No, I just happened to be in the cemetery and saw your caretaker shack. Listen, you should probably get back there. Weird things are happening in graveyards all over, and someone needs to keep an eye on those skeletons. I'm nuts. Alright, well look, I'm on a real winning streak here. I'll go back once it's okay? Outfoxing. You've already lost. Look at the table. Huh? You're outflanked, and they still have reinforcement shits left. You've got maybe one cannon bombardment left in you, but the dice are way against you on this terrain. You got 2 turns left, tops. Ah, jeez, I guess you're right. Alright, fine. Hey guys, I'm gonna cut out and go back to work. I'll catch you next week. Ooh, Alexandria Ranch. Boss, this is clearly not the time for a chat. I suppose not. Tainted beefsteak. Dang, someone had a real hate on this place, for this place. You don't think it was the cows? Cows don't explode and leave craters like that. At least no cows I ever heard of. Who'd be left to tell you? The Diary of Alexandria, Alexandria. The overdue Brentwood book. This half-burned library book represents 12.5% of the total stock of the Brentwood Public Library. Yay! And advanced beancraft, which I probably don't need anymore. Ooh, solid steel vault door. I'll have to come back. Yeah, it's half a cannonball, the front half. There's this inscription you can mostly read. It says the cannonball came from Fort Treason. It's got the address stamped right onto the surface. The bombardment was done by the Army. The horror. Well, I'd say we meet and greet these individuals. Guess all the soldiers cleared out for some reason. That cannon still looks in decent shape. Wonder why they didn't take it with them. They must have been too much of a hurry to lug it with them. So why the rush then? Sure is empty. Doesn't seem particularly damaged. Like if there was an attack or such. It's a mystery. Well, you go enjoy it. I'll take a load off. Oh no! Ghostwood. Jumble Neck Mine. Sugared pork balls. This candy consists of little balls of pork preserved with sugar. You were never sure how to spell this, and you still aren't. Nothing commands quite as much respect as a whole bunch of military medals people think you earned. This must have been where they stored all the fire. Alright. Private Lemon's diary. This is an immaculately cared for standard Army issued diary labeled Private Lemon. It's private in 2 ways. Pretty dry and not very interesting. Just a list of the day-to-day duties of a straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Toward the end, though, it starts to mention their commanding officer, Captain Simon, becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch was being used as a spy outpost. Lemon doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry puts it, orders are orders. The last few entries have to do with descent in the ranks and the possibility of mutiny, the thought of which Lemon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. Okay. Private Mathal's diary. Battered and dog-eared Army-issued diary cover reads, Private Mathal, barely legible in a collage of gravy stains. Empty pages, ink splotches, and latrine duty again, blah blah blah. Near the end, though, you start to see notes about the fort's commanding officer, Captain Simon, going off the deep end. As Mathal puts it, being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere, doing nothing, is driving the captain friggin' bug nuts. When the captain eventually decided that the nearby ranch, occupied by a solitary woman and a book collection, was actually an enemy spy outpost, Mathal felt compelled to warn the woman, but was too worried about getting court-martialed to give her any specific details of the looming threat. In an attempt to prevent an imminent cannon bombardment of the ranch, Mathal stole some ballistic darts and hid them in a post office box during a shore leave in Dirtwater. This place doesn't have any damn shore, he comments. What the hell? Unfortunately, the cannons have already been calibrated, and when Mathal returned to the camp, he discovered the shelling had already begun. In his last entry, he declares his intention to start a mutiny, but the diary ends there with no conclusion. We found a well, a curious abandoned well. Damned well, stop to investigate it. No. We'll come back to it, though. You look at the cannon, it's a fine cannon, demi-culverin in size. Insert your cannon volume. You peer through the rangefinder at the distant smoke of the targeting flare. Unfortunately, you have no idea how to actually aim the cannon at the flare. Aww. Well, as long as I'm reading shit, let's read the Diary of Alexandria. Most of it is uneventful, describing the life of a woman who likes books and isn't interested in much else. It ends with a passage about a soldier from the nearby fort warning her about some kind of danger he wouldn't specify. So he moved her almost valuable books to his cellar and took the ordinary precautions, e.g. boarding up the windows and not leaving the house at night. Turns out that isn't much good against cannonballs. This leather still smolders with some of the unholy fire that animated the abomination you sliced it from. It'd make a great winter blanket if it wasn't for all the evil. Alright, I'll come back to that eventually. Where is that, yeah, the Fort of Darkness. Skull chips. Yay, I got a bone chip ring. They have compressed bone chips and glue. It's disgusting. Do you even know where glue comes from? Gold teeth. Not nearly enough. I'll go ahead and give her some more bones. Sell the excess weaponry. And before I do anything else, head back to Redwood. Let's go ahead and turn in a quest. Half of the book is recovered. Well, that's a real bagel biter. Oh well, everyone mostly skipped the words and just looked through the pictures anyway. And mostly just the bottom half of the pictures, so that's alright. At least the captions are still there, I guess. Alright, let's look at the logging permits. We're running out of trees around here and we need to expand our operation a bit. The problem is we need a logging permit from the next town, and the whole place up and died before the paperwork was settled. The town died? I'm gonna guess he means Ghost Town. Alright, trading post. And the stock certificate, get rid of that. And we are good to go. Okay, Fort of Darkness. Going to need another mushroom, and this time I'll give it to that scientist. In fact, I do. It boils up your mushroom, distills the results. Go easy on this stuff, it has a real kick to it. Concentrated form of mushroom hallucinogen manufactured by an insane chemist. Hope you didn't have any plans for the weekend. Alright, now to go to the shroom cave. The world turns inside out as your mind replaces it. Like, wow. That would be the only way to open this door. Your great-grandkids are going to love this kind of music. Lime jelly beans. Big jar of green-colored citrus-flavored jelly beans that was stolen from Judge Roy Bean's place. He'll be grateful for their return. Strange lamp. Lamp imbued with magic and filled with a strange lava-like substance. That sounds about right. Looks like Grudge came through here after you did and wrote the last chapter in this cultist book. Yikes. Well, I'll be jiggered. I didn't figure on seeing any of those jelly beans again, and here you brought them all back. I ain't got much to reward you with other than a handshake, but maybe I'll be able to pay you back somehow in the future. Don't sweat it, Roy. I was happy to help. They're still not for sale. Okay. Since I have no need to be stoned anymore, after wasting a full 1,000 meat. You dream that you're climbing a mountain with a pale giant in a spooky old house. Suddenly your head turns into a gun. You wake up quite refreshed. And restored. And hungry. And sober. I feel bad for Cactus Pete. I mean, it'd be nice to help the guy out, but there's nothing. Doesn't appear to be anything anyway. $114. It's empty except a single sheet of cardstock with columns of numbers. This is a chart for army guys that explains how to more effectively destroy things from the distance. Okay. Also, let's open the package from my brother. An owl hat. This is a hat you loved when you were still in the egg. I mean, when you were a kid. That was sweet of him. This chart is full of details on the precision firing of the Demi-Culverin artillery cannon. You know what? I bet that cannon could blow the vault door to Alexandria Ranch open if you figure out a way how to target it. Good idea. How do I read it if I'm too smart? I never thought I'd be asking that question. Yes, I am returning to the Lost Judge Mine. This mine is the worst. It sucks so bad here. I've I have been in some lousy binds, but this one really takes the cake. Everything smells like soup. The walls are slick with it. I swear, I can feel it getting into my pores. If I went to a doctor for a blood test, he'd probably tell me my blood is tomato basil bisque or whatever. We finally managed to get deep enough to hear the master, but it turned out the dang soup table is higher than we thought. We're spending 90% of our time bailing the stuff out, and only 10% digging. I got noodles in my boots. I hate this so much. Now the damn elevator's busted. It was always making a rattling noise and the guys off shift couldn't sleep. That finally stopped, but it stopped because the elevator itself stopped and we can't move at all. Why did we even set camp here? I didn't spend the whole day scrounging around to find replacement 137, 59, and 23-pound compression springs for repairs. We'll install them tomorrow. Boss says we're giving up here and heading into a real deep mine they found up northwest. It's a shame we waste all this work, but hot damn, it'll be good to get away from this soup. I will never eat soup again in my life. Got the springs installed proper, like the strongest behind the shortest bolt and so on, but there's no time to wrench everything down. Gotta pack. Not like the elevator matters much anyway, not anymore. I really hope I don't screw up again and forget my diary here when it's time to leave. I don't think I've ever managed to fill in more than 10 pages to the same diary. Okay, this is not the one I was looking for. Okay, it's Madness Mall. My bad. El Vibrato headband. El Vibrato pants. El Vibrato boots. These are more like shin guards than traditional pants, but you can't argue with their efficacy. Because efficacy is an abstract concept, and you literally can't argue with an abstract concept. Whatever. This headband contains some sort of ancient machinery that prevents psychic waves from passing through it. Examine. This headband is thinner than most El Vibrato stuff. You'll probably break it into scrap pretty easily. Don't break it. Okay, I'm done here. Time to go to Ghostwood. Curious coats. Let's go ahead and check it out. Your elver brought to a transponder begins beeping slowly and quietly. Starts beeping at a medium tempo and volume. This thing looks pretty tough and pretty attentive. The beeping reaches a deafening volume. Energized. You learn the Elvrop word for current, weather, and bracelet. Unfortunately, that's all I learned. Okay, what's number 1? I probably should not dick around with this thing unless I know what the hell I'm doing. It says poop. Okay, I'll come back to this later. A goblin standing off to one side of the trail, just staring up to the sky. Doesn't even seem to notice you approaching. Hello? Oh, hello. Hi. What are you two doing? A moon. I am looking at it. Neither moon is out right now. Nothing being up there. I am happy to waiting. The moons won't be coming to for hours. You waiting this long? Yes, moon so big, so bright, so big. To waiting and seeing. You very liking the moons, huh? Yes, very to looking. I to collecting rocks of them. Takes a bunch of pebbles out of its pockets to show you. They could be moon rocks for all you know. You start to explain the moons, their makeup, their origins, how they orbit the planet and each other, and so on to the goblin. But it turns out that the goblin actually knows far more about it than you do. Fortunately, they're kind enough to not shame you for human-splaining, and even share their moon rocks with you. Ooh, moon bits. Powdery little bits of moon rock. A real curiosity in this day and age. Very nice. Alright, what's up with Ghostwood? Salud! Wow, even the tumbleweed's ghostly. Not sure you could lead a ghost horse to this, even if you wanted to. Huh. All the buildings in this town are weirdly hazy and translucent. Like, oh, ghosts. It's a literal ghost town. Fair enough. Well, don't that beat all? An actual ghost town. How do buildings even die? Well, One good fire to do that. The question is, how does a building die and then stick around as a ghost? Unfinished business? What business does a building have? Mortgage not paid off? Nah, there'd be way more than them in that case. You might expect to be able to just walk straight through the door of a ghost building, but some kind of force is preventing that. I guess you could knock on the force. Echoey clap sound on the barroom door, and a ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. Howdy, fella. New in town? Yeah, I was wondering if... Sorry, can't do business with you unless you have a visitor identification card. Ain't supposed to even talk to you, really. Okay, where do I get one? Try the town hall, down the end of the street. Ah, a visitor. You'll be needing a visitor identification card. I guess so. I'd be happy to help fill out the forms. Most living people have trouble holding the pages. You'll be needing a number 3 pencil. If you're filling in the form, can't you just use your own pencil? I will be, but the instructions say very clearly that the applicant must have a number 3 pencil. Isn't number 2 the usual kind? I suppose, but number 3 is 50% more official. Well, okay. Okay, get one. Try the Department of Requisitions. It's just next door. Oh yeah, the general store. It's a little more specific these days, but yes. I need a... Sorry, can't help you unless you have visitor ID. But I need a pencil for it. No pencil, no visitor ID, no supplies. General store won't give me a pencil without a visitor ID. No, certainly not. There are authorized to deal with anyone who doesn't have ID. So how am I supposed to get a number 3 pencil? I suppose I could issue a temporary visitor permit. You'll need a pencil for that one. Okay, great. What's your last name? Kane. First name? Reese. Real name? Marshall. Where are you from? A little farm outside Boring Springs. I'm staying in Dirtwater at the moment. Oh, well, if you set your sights low enough, you'll never be disappointed. Alright, how many bars are in the window of the adjacent Department of Records? What? It's a quiz to make sure you've actually been paying attention to and care about our little town, instead of just breezing through. Show your dedication. Correct. Alright, everything seems to be in order. Here's your temporary visitor pass. It expires in 11 seconds. Temporary permit card while you apply for an actual visitor ID card. It has Reese Marshall Kane, and it's probably already expired. I need a number 3 pencil. No problem, we'll just fill out a requisition form. Last name, Kane. Oh, sorry, it looks like your visitor's permit is expired. Have a nice day. But little farm outside Boring Springs. Never heard of it. What's it like? It's not much to look at, but it's home. That's nice. Well, about this temporary visitor pass. The one I just gave you? Yes. The one that just now expired? Yes. Maybe there's somewhere else you can find a pencil around here. Someone's mounted a pencil sharpener on one of the balcony posts for some reason. And I haven't got any pencils to sharpen. Regular cactus. Well, a ghost of a regular cactus. The ghost of a regular cactus with the ghost of a pencil stabbed into it. You managed to snag the pencil with the corner of your temporary visitor permit and yank it out of the cactus. Oh wait, this is the number 4 pencil. Wait, you didn't know pencils have ghosts? What do you think ghost writers use? Honestly, it's better than nothing at this point. You stick the number 4 pencil into the sharpener and grind off about a quarter of it. Which you sharpened the hell out of. I believe it. Right, number 3 pencil, here it is. That's a number 4. No, it's 75% of a number 4. I see. I don't see anything about this in the bylaws. Very well, I suppose it'll do. Let's get you started on that visitor ID permit. Yep, that matches what it says here. Good, where are you from? Warring Springs. Oh yeah, I've heard of it. Here it's a real crap hole. How many bars are in the windows of the adjacent Department of Records? 6. But it was 6 last time. I didn't ask the same question as last time. that would be 10. Everything seems to be in order. Allow me to officially welcome you to the town of Ghostwood. Here's your visitor ID. Has a blurry photograph. You could maybe be you if you squint. Say, was it always called Ghostwood, or yeah, it's total coincidence. I'm here on behalf of the mayor of Redwood. He needs a permit to do some logging in this area. Oh, this is the Department of Requisitions. You need administration. That's next door. I see. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Just need to review the logging records, make sure there are no disqualifying incidents. Go to the Department of Records, 2 doors down. Tell them I need a Redwood file pertaining to logging. Is something wrong? I'm supposed to pick up a file on the town of Redwood. Oh, you want the Department of Records. It's next door. This is the adjacent Department of Records. Department of Records, how may I help you? I'm supposed to pick up a file? Redwood, Applewood, Antiwood, Badwood. Did you mean Bagelwood? No, it's Redwood. Must be a suburb. Beaverwood, Bestwood, Bitterwood, Bloodwood. Ah, here we are, Redwood. Which section did you need? Logging records. That section has been downgraded from disuse. You'll need to pick it up from the adjacent Department of Records next door, naturally. I'll put an official inter-department document transfer. Good God. You can't transfer documents between departments without an inter-department department document transfer folder. It's unthinkable. Here we are. But well, these pages are all loose. I can't give them to you like this. What if they blow away? I'm just taking them next door. They're giving me a documents folder. It'll be fine. What if there's a freak gust of wind as soon as you leave here? It'd be chaos. What do you propose? Well, fortunately, I happen to be the one person in town officially authorized to use the stapler. So you'll staple them together for me? I'd be glad to, but I don't have a stapler. Yep, that checks. It's cake or pie. Your dessert preference, cake or pie. Despite that, everything seems to be in order. I'll get this filed. Here's your stapler. Wouldn't ghost staples just go right through? Ah, nothing better than that new stapler smell. You bet for chunk. Here you go, freshly stapled and windy. Okay, I'm back with those papers. Enter the department document transfer folder. love them. That idiot stapled the pages together right in the middle. This is why we took this damn stapler away in the first place. The file is unreadable. We're going to have to take it back and tell him to unstaple it. Administration wants you to unstaple these papers. Oh, sorry, I'm only authorized for stapling, not unstapling. Try next door to the Department of Records. I think they have an unstapler there. I think some paper's unstapled. Well, it's just that I don't see the staple remover anywhere. Oh, that's right. The Department of Libations borrowed it. To open beer bottles. I need a drink immediately. Beer or whiskey? Beer. If it isn't clear that this is beer that died or a ghost made of pre-dead, one thing's for sure, it's bound to be even less filling than light beer. Sure thing. You sure do. That thing tops off beer bottles like you wouldn't believe. So long as it removes staples. I imagine it does, but I'm afraid I'm not authorized for unstapling. You gotta take it over to the records. Here you are. Great, let me just have a look at those papers of yours. Tisk tisk. Add Jason records up to his old trick again. I see. These don't even need to be stapled. That's what the inter-department document transfer folder is for, after all. Chunk. Alright, here you go. Alright, let's have a look at this. Okay, I can't see any problem with this. I'm frankly amazed. Let's get started on the paperwork for that logging permit. I am no longer amazed. See, the stamp is here, ka-chunk, sign here, scribble, and now you sign here. And also here. And initial here. And here. And sign here. Good, now just take this back to there and have him sign this line here and initial over here. Are you kidding me? I don't know how to do that. You know, I just now noticed that I can't hear Wheel Girl. I'm sorry, Wheels. Give me a moment. Let me fix this problem. Okay, say something. Nah, nothing. Okay. Alright, how about now? Wow, nothing still? Hang on again. I think I got it. I think I figured it out. You know, there is no reason that Discord should be doing this to me, but for some reason...
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Good. Hi, how are you?
Frustrated.
I'm sorry.
You didn't do anything. Ghostwood's frustrating.
Wait, that town was just basically ghosts?
Yeah. It's a
Huh.
it's a literal ghost town, and it's very, very heavy on administrative work.
Damn. And what? Did you get a R2D2 or something? What's that thing you're wearing?
Hang on. Let me take care of this north southwestern lightning snake. Ooh, electric snake skin. Electric snakes live a rough life. All right. Once I get back to Breadwood, I'll go to my inventory. Okay, you're wanting to know about what? The thing on my head?
Yeah, it looks like you took a part of like a droid from Star Wars.
Well, how far are you into the game?
I just bought the horse. Not sure if I'm missing anything in the intro game, and I became a snake oiler. And so sorry I didn't follow you in your steps of the being.
Okay. That's actually fine. You remember those caves that had teleporters that led to places inside the mountains?
What teleporters?
I should
I
probably.
remember a mine. I remember a valley of snakes. I remember a gang hideout, and I remember a random burnt out ranch. What's this teleporter nonsense?
Oh dear, I think I may have said too much. Let's just say you come across an ancient civilization, and I made a funny hat.
Hat that looks like you stole something off you stole like a top off a Star Wars droid.
Excuse me, Mayor. I have some papers you need to sign for that logging permit. All right. Oh, ghost paper. This stuff is weird. Yeah. I think I need a ghost pencil for this. Here, you can borrow mine. Sign down here and initial over here. After some fumbling, the mayor eventually manages to sign and initial the form. Alright, I'll be back soon with that permit, God willing. Good luck.
First one of the missions to help Redwood out you're doing?
It's one of the first missions. There's two I've managed to do so far. One involved delivering the mail.
Ah, so he's delivered the mail. Good. Are you sure you want to translate them?
Yes. Okay, I got the mayor's signature on this logging permit form. Great, just sign this last line at the bottom where it says receipts. Something wrong? I loaned my pencil to the mayor. Oh dear. Excuse me while I go kill everything. You still have my ghost pencil. I need it. Oh,
Yeah, and the horse I bought is the Crazy Eye horse, which says gives you more random encounters.
Some sulfur and a can of oil. It is very nice.
What you've done so far is it's been working to get a permit and deliver to mail.
Alright, that's everything taken care of. Redwood's logging permit is hereby approved. Finally, wonderful. Processing will take about 48 hours. What? And, well, everything has to be filed, and the actual permit has to be printed, and so on. You can pick it up in 2 days.
2 days later.
Alright, well, let's go take care of some other shit then. I don't even care.
We go take care of that overdue library book.
I already took care of that.
Hey, you said you're... Okay, so the two things you have done were the mail and the library. Right?
Yes.
Ah. What's ever next on your list?
Not sure. I am not sure. Okay, Brentwood Bunkhouse wanted a picture of an owl skeleton from the petting cemetery. I can't do that because it costs money to get in. I need to grind for cash. For a very, very tasty cash.
Have you actually gone to Reboot Hill yet?
Yes.
Well, is it all computer jokes like I'm figuring?
No. No, it's about reanimated skeletons.
I was hoping for computer jokes because the concept of a reboot.
I found a branding ring. This ring is searing hot, but enchanted such that it won't burn your finger. It was invented for ranchers who wanted to brand their cattle by punching them. Sheesh, no wonder the cows came home.
They're referencing so much to a noodle incident, I want to know more about the noodle incident. Tell me about the noodle incident.
We don't speak of the noodle incident. The transponder goes ape as you get close to the old well. A well-roped well.
Go in and see how deep, actually tunnely this well is. You can learn words from these people to understand what the hell they're, especially to understand what the hell they're talking about.
It would be nice. You'll learn the El Vibrato award for Roberto and Municipal. Planetary Magnitude Decloaker.
That seems random. Learn a name and learn the word municipal. So we've made progress.
Personnel Beacon and Insufficient. Chrono Key Toggle.
Personal beacon insufficient.
Time Squeezer and Facility. Emergency Antipsychotic. Temperature Director Positronic.
Okay.
Military Corruption Sedative. These are all separate words, by the way, that I'm learning.
I know they are, but I'm trying to figure out why this seems partially random and baffling. Partially random. With
Coffee maker. Very nice. Achievement unlocked. Kuza Hoppa.
You learned enough words. Learned enough words from these guys that you now can understand them to some degree.
You have learned the El Roboto word for the number 3.
Yay?
Yay! Learned the word for the number 6.
Yay! We have upgraded to now you know 3 and 6.
Oh, tut.
Press 2.
Auditory nuisance containment.
Now you know something about each one. What are you doing?
Okay. Now let's go over to the Curious Copes. because there is a facility here as well. Pipeline terminal. Fluid pipeline, source local solar array, destination local solar array. Okay,
You have no idea what you're doing.
Not offhand. That's why I needed to go back to the other facilities and get a good look at what this shit is. So we're going to start with the humming cave, because that's where I found the first one.
Here, it's all ruined already.
Alright, let's just head over to the Lost Dutch Oven mine. There we go. Oh my goodness, where am I'm still in the mine. Uninjured and hungry but not starving, so I can't have been here very long. Perhaps a day? Good. Well, I must have you to thank, friend. Howdy, feeling better? I should say so. Thank you for outfitting me with this remarkable device. Don't mention it. What's your name? Murray Morris, excavator of the unknown and purveyor of mysteries. Fancy, what brings you to this mine? Why, excavating unknown for mysteries to pervade, of course, or at least attempted to. I must admit that until you put this device on me, I was quite overcome. Overcome? Quite. I'm oversensitive to psychic emanations, you see. Always have been. As it happens, this curious little hole is absolutely overflowing with them. And they're none too friendly. I can tell you that for certain. It was risky business by coming down here. But I took the gamble and lost. It's a miraculous thing that you happened to buy what you did. We should both get out here as soon as possible. I've been staying in a town called Dirtwater, to the south. You could probably do some good business permitting mysteries there. I have no idea. I shall see you there. And Murray is gone. Yay. Alright. North Central Positronic Reactor Quick Gate Facility. Quick Gate online, and there's a button toggle Quick Gate. Okay.
You unleashed some ancient horror, haven't you? Or some futuristic thing that wound up here.
It's like a drone fabrication unit, which is great because I need to kill them to farm for punch cards.
because you realize you're missing a few words,
Yes.
and also, I think you also need to try better on getting the numbers thing instead of repeating the same numbers you've been attempting on the same words that have failed.
Okay, I'm going to leave when I get one more of the large punch cards.
You got Keystone.
Yeah, but I don't know what to do with it right now since I've done a whole bunch of keystones already. How am I thinking? There is one last thing I need to check out. The machine on the side of this weird transport thing is busted. Okay. What is up with this? North Central Positronic Reactor online. North Central Positronic Reactor. Let's head back to the Curious Abandoned Well because I need to learn a couple more words. Updated sustenance. You insert the card into the slot machine screen springs into frenzied activity. You can't consciously make sense of what you're watching, but it's over. But when it's over, you know things you didn't know before. You have nothing else to learn from that kind of card.
Well, you're done.
Yep, it appears I am in fact done.
But you're still not done with the numbers, which you've been kind of screwing up and you do.
Yeah. Oh well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I am not sure of anything right now. Drone fabrication. Drone fabrication is in fact online. That is very good to know. Okay, equipment fabrication.
But now you're in the battery.
Mod is dark, insert battery. Lava bomb, level 5, I am awesome. Okay. Bracelet fabrication, brooch fabrication. The machine emits a noise like a duck and a slot opens. The vibrato scraps in your pack vibrate and so you cram some of them into the hole. After 5, the slot closes and reopens, having converted your garbage into jewelry.
He made a ring!
I made a ring. What does this ring do? Makes El Vibrato encounters much more likely. Very nice. Okay. What about the bracelet? No, I'm sorry. The brooch fabric? This disc of El Vibrato material is about the size of a saucer and repels any matter that gets close to it. Plus 11 armor. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and just start equipping all this stuff. Got the hat. I'll put the El Vibrato brooch on. Nothing that goes in my offhand yet. Put the ring on. I already have the El Vibrato pants. And let's go ahead and put on the El Vibrato boots. When you stand on these, boots made of nothing appear around your feet. Secondary storage. The El Vibrato container. Keystone. I got a battery and El Vibrato fluid. El Vibrato battery and seltzer. A small flask made of El Vibrato material and filled with a glowing blue fizzy liquid. A weird device.
So we made some sort of... So we created some sort of drink?
This is a dome-shaped El Vibrato machine of unknown purpose. Its purpose is to make an incessant whining noise, in which case its purpose is both known and very annoying.
Let's go find the professor.
No, there's one last place to go look at. Auditory nuisance containment. Hell, it's probably where this thing goes. This thing's just booping. Select nuisance destination.
do you feel like you should be go take care of those numbers?
Probably. So we have 3 and 6.
Yes. So you can stop pressing those.
Okay, Stasa, is that the second one? Okay, we've learned the word for number 1.
Finally, progress.
1, 3, and 6. The number 0. 0, 1, 3, and 6. 0, 1, 3, 6. So 5, 6, and 3 are the last ones I need to press. Alright, now 5 and 6.
Learn the number 4. You now know all the numbers.
Five and 3.
It's dry. You're off by 5 and you're off by 3.
The terminal beeps and the poopy floating guy behind you disappears in a puff of glowing squares. Gosh, wonder where he went.
You sent him somewhere.
Yes, I did.
I guess now it's time to give the professor then.
Yep, I do
That's
believe
me.
it's time.
That's the mayor, not the professor.
I know, I was just checking something. Relax. Ew, wandering salad. What do you got? You have nothing that I want. Actually, I do have a book for you, since I don't need this book.
Why'd you buy a second copy of the book if you already used it?
I didn't buy it. I found it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just sell the next Max books if you're not going to use them.
I'm a little hesitant to use them.
You're hesitant to, I say sell them or use them. Don't just let them sit around.
I found this annoying whining dome. Wow, that is annoying, isn't it? I hope that goes away when I fix it. Aha! Unless I miss my guess, you'll find this very handy. Well, I believe it's for manufacturing a variety of fighting tools, and presumably they're helpful ones. Otherwise, why bother, right? The machine turns El Vibrato scrap into single-use combat items. The professor said, and I'm confirming it for you. There's a little note on the side where he describes the different things you can make with it. It can make a grenade, which you assume blows things up. It can make something called a maintenance teleporter, which the professor says will banish any hostile El Vibrato construct. It can make an autonomous construct that will help you win fights by hurting your enemies, or one that will help you win fights by healing you and your allies. I will do nothing.
For now.
For now.
You're not evil, so... Okay, we're off to now.
Back to Dirtwater.
Oh, we do have a guy we sent there.
Murray's Curiosity and Mystery. Oh, hello again. Thank you for telling me about this town. It's a marvelous location. That's 2 good turns you've done me. Aw, don't mention it. Speaking of which, here's your curious headband back. Fortune willing, I won't be needing it again. No more gambles like that for me. Why is it so dark in here? Atmosphere. I sell mysterious things which cannot be properly experienced in the cold light of day. Why not? Well, it wouldn't be any fun. Where's all your merch? In the lock case behind me, there are things that must be kept from prying eyes and unprepared minds. Hand-thieving hands? Well, that goes without saying. What you got? All-purpose beans. Can serve any purpose if you are a master chef. A glass sphere.
Buy it!
Do I really want to do that dark ritual?
Yes, you do. And it'll help you find items.
Hello, Mr. Kane.
Hello, Mr. Kiri.
Jerry, we just set up a sword that steals those orbs. Now we're gonna do the dark ritual.
Yes! I came in just in time. I never did the dark ritual, so I don't know what happens. Meanwhile, we will moonwalk to it.
Let's see. According to the gross scroll, you need human ashes, some stardust, and a glass sphere if you want to do this ritual. As dictated by the scroll, you spread the ashes in human shape in the circle and add the stardust and glass sphere while intoning the ritual chant. Dance, magic, dance. Put on your red shoes and jump, magic, jump. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky. Shake it up, move it up, move it up. Changes. The universe shudders ecstatically around you as the ashes writhe and transform into the glammiest skeleton you've ever seen. Oh, glamorous skeleton. Okay. Ooh, that is the coolest skeleton you've ever seen. Attack it. The skeleton of Dave B.
Yes, of David Bowie. Thank you and good night. Find David Bowie skeleton.
Samiras, he seem incredibly underleveled. Compared to all the work you have to do to get that.
Those other things you've been calling knives, those aren't knives. This is a knife.
At the berry knife. Yay!
As opposed to the Bowie knife?
Did you ever get the bone materials over at that one fort? The Fort of Darkness? You don't remember, do you?
I wasn't here apparently.
Oh well. Okay, I need to check something real quick.
Okay.
How is my lockpicking skills? Locking expertise 2 out of 3. Okay, I'm still not able to open level 3 level 3 chests. I'm kind of sad for that. Yeah, if you go to the Fort of Darkness, you find you essentially find a good place to make use of all the bones and gold tooth and just handfuls of teeth and bone chips. So, real girl, if you come across any bones, save them. Don't sell them.
Oh, okay. What do I get out of it?
You will get lots of equipment made out of bones, because there's a really crazy lady that likes to do things with bones. I'm trying not to spoil too much.
Knock yourself out. I don't give a fuck about spoilers. Spoiling anyway by playing it on your stream. So there's no way around it.
I'll keep that advice in mind.
What was the next thing to unlock? Oh, it's the blood beans. Okay. Which is great because I need to be able to regenerate as much health as I can. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the Fort of Darkness, and there's the Fort Memoriam, which, all I can say is it's a wonder that none of the Red Fox crew is in here, because, well, Neotag did say that he's hurting for some D&D. And I figure this would probably suffice just as much, considering, or at least for a laugh.
Oh yes.
D&D game fell apart or something?
Oh no, the D&D game's still going.
Oh, by the way, the guy that runs the guy that would be running the boot store, he's worried about elves, and for whatever reason that's keeping him from going to Dirtwater.
Elves? What elves?
Kiri, what were you saying?
I was saying, sounds like a puzzle to solve.
Does that have anything to do with that shroom juice?
Wouldn't surprise me, he probably imbibed quite a bit on it.
I mean, I've already wasted 2,000 meat. And it just
And
seems
you've
like,
already been to the lounge, so I don't know what else to do with that juice.
I mean, I've already been in that hidden room in the shroom cave.
So I'm left with no other idea of what you're supposed to do with shroom juice.
Go find these quote-unquote elves?
I wouldn't know where to look.
Got any other missions you have on the store?
Well, there is this. There's no other way of saying it. I still have to finish the 2 games of D&D. Lobbers battle. I'm still having trouble with this one and the early skirmish. Gary, did you have any problems with this?
I only beat the first 2.
So, I guess we're in the same boat.
Just try until you succeed is the best thing I can say.
I imagine if I look online, I could find a solution. Hey, you know what? I'll just show it. Alright, I found a guy for the battles.
Okay. Let me start the Lobbers battle over again, and okay, what the hell do I do?
Here we go. It's turn 1. Hellraise Steer, then Hell Missile top bottom grunts. Seriously, don't attack middle grunts.
I figure the cow will take care of the middle anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I send a Hell Missile to one of the other two grunts.
My guess is it's to the one with the with one of the grunts in that 3-row area. Did you do Hellraise Steer? Steer?
Yeah, I gave him one Hell Raise.
Okay, so then, yep.
So I now send a Hell Missile to one of the upper, either the bottom or the upper, or the upper or lower? Okay.
To either the top or bottom grunt in the back.
Turn 2.
Alright. Hell Heal Self and Hell Boat whichever top bottom grunt you didn't Hell Missile. Turn 3. Hell Boat the same grunt.
I got him. But dude, thank you, man. That helped. All that's left now is the early skirmish.
Alright. Okay.
I'm going to guess that I need to I'm going to need to raise somebody's stats.
Let's see.
Where'd you get this guide?
Steam.
Ah,
According to the guide, it says just Hell Missile what top row grunt for turn 1 and 2.
cool. Wow, you're really good at this game. No, I had help. Getting good was the only way to keep my little brother from lording over me all over the time. Lording over it. Oh, ah! What the hell is wrong with my vocal thing? Getting good was the only way to keep my little brother from lording it over me all the time. I feel we should give you some kind of prize. I've got some leftover guns from when I was gluing the figurines together. Want them? Sure, thanks. A bunch of really small guns.
Nice.
A handful of tiny pewter guns which presumably served some purpose in the games they play at Fort Memoriam, but which could also be used to outfit a small army of elves.
Time to go create elves.
I think I have an idea what to do now. Alright, back to the Fort of Darkness. But it'd be dangerous. I'd be worried the elves wouldn't make it, you know? I got just the thing. Wow, what? Look at all these tiny little guns. See, with all the little... With these, the elves will be able to defend themselves on the road to Dirtwater. Oh, man, it's so weird. Okay, yeah, cool. He packs his boots and tools together and heads out of the tent. It'll be amazing if he actually makes it to Dirtwater, but stranger things have happened. This woman is rocking back and forth, making sounds as she rapidly flaps her lips with her fingers. Hi. Yes, there is a character where you have to literally, where you actually have to rub your lips with your finger to make sense of what she's doing. Now, is there a trick to being able to read the canon book?
None that I know of.
So, I'm just stuck at being too smart to read the book.
I tried reading that even with a really dumb character, and he still thought it was kind of insulting.
Hey you, a human, to keeping away from these lumps that are mine, or maybe I am to cooking you instead. What? You goblins don't people to eating, do you? Haha, no, gross. I did saying that to scare you away. Did you scared? Jeez, a little, yeah. Nice. So, what's cooking? Lumps. Okay, then. Instead of bashing the cactus apart, have you considered cutting it up with a knife? What? Or to consider cactus with knife to cutting? Ah, yes, another chef man suggesting this. But texture of all wrong. Here you can having his pants. But they don't goblin legs fitting. Ooh, kitchen pants. If you can't stand the heat, there's no need to get out of the kitchen if you're wearing these. Same goes for cold, stench, fear, all sorts of things. I'm kind of torn. I mean, there's the extra resistance, but at the same time, my futuristic El Vibrato pants, they give me mysticality.
Pick the one you think is most useful.
Okay. Soup shortage. We keep a municipal soup kitchen open to help those who are down their luck. Just pretty much everybody around here. But we've run out of soup. I need someone to go fetch some more from the soup stock load. So we have a breadwood bread bowl. This is a bowl made of extremely dense bread. You could put a very dangerous soup in it, I bet. Off I go! Whee! Down to the soup stock load.
You really gotta do something about that horse.
Is there a way to sober up a horse?
I don't know, I just feel bad for that horse. I mean, humans drunk is one thing, but it's a horse. A bowl of earth soup.
Alright, what's the trick to the elevator? I could not figure it out earlier. Someone returned the bolts with the wrench.
Yeah, give me a second. There was a trick with it as well.
And while you're doing that, I will open up this bag and eat the rest of this burger from earlier.
Alright. Alright, you ready to hear the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Turn bolt number 3 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Turn bolt number 5 2 times. Twice. So 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then turn bolt number 7 6 times. It's another of those annoying math problems.
You hear a plate snap firmly into place, and the elevator seems to now be more humming with life. Yay! Which means I can finish the soup quest.
Delicious, delicious soup. And no one can say otherwise.
Soup is this?
Municipal organic fluid pipeline offline.
Uh-oh, we found one of the chambers.
Alien soup.
Insert fluid. Let's see. Organic refreshment, organic sedative, organic sustenance. Let's go with sustenance.
It might be a soup.
This is a cube of sustenance. The El Vibrato machine reassured you is sustenance.
Delicious sustenance.
Okay, what about sedative? El Vibrato rum. Crystalline orb full of a clear liquid that smells like rum. You reckon that it's probably either rum or rum-scented turpentine.
Hmm.
Okay, and now I have some seltzer, which is nice. Alright, back to the soup. There's a lot of heat, but you can take it. Alright, let's deal with the snakes. There are hundreds of snakes lounging around this pool of hot soup. Ooh, stewed snake and snake spoon. Okay, back to the soup kitchen.
What kind of soup did you get?
It doesn't really say what kind of soup it is. It just says soup. Although some parts it did say it smelled like onion.
We got an old onion soup.
You're a real lifesaver. I was about ready to gnaw my own beard off. That'd have been a shame. Skeleton raids. There's a military cemetery not far from here, and I figure something must have happened to the caretaker because military skeletons keep wandering out this way and causing a ruckus. Now, luckily, I already sent the guy back to the cemetery. But it would probably help if I woke him up. Earlier, there was a goblin cooking a sausage over this eternal flame. Is this burning an eternal flame? Yes. Plus, there's a bit of caution: do not touch eternal flame.
Touch it.
You don't really have the option to touch it. You call that a bean ball? Here's a bean ball.
Are we going to dig up and fight every one of you guys?
There's actually a specific plot you have to go, and it's located in one of the forts. That's where you get the information that you need. I don't recall which fort though. Shit.
Is it in one of the journals?
Like a journal or like a file cabinet or something.
File cabinet. Well, let's go ahead and start looking, I guess.
We found Fort Unnecessary yet?
We'll go to Fort Treason first, since it's closest.
I asked, did you find Fort Unnecessary?
Did I find Fort Unnecessary? No, I did not.
Oh, that's an... Okay.
Shh, quiet, quiet, quiet. No spoilers.
Yeah, why would you want to spoil? That's not nice.
I suggest it might be there, if you have already explored the other forts thoroughly.
Books, and more books. Percussive maintenance. Advanced beancraft. How to cheat at poker. Cheating is part of the game at poker, but getting caught doing it is still disadvantageous. This book purports to turn your cheating into sneaky cheating. I'm gonna have to come back here later because I don't have lockpicking 3 yet. And it looks like those books might actually come in handy. Okay, Beancraft, let's go ahead and read that. Blood Beans is up to 5, very nice. Percussive maintenance. The ancient art of fixing machines by hitting them really hard. You've learned how to hit machines in just the right place to fix pretty much whatever's wrong with them. Time to get smacking. When you're done reading it, you notice the book's spine is cracked. You try to fix it by hitting it really hard, but you end up just smashing the book to powder. Oops.
Now let's go find... Well, I guess let's go find locations that need this professor smacking.
You've learned how to cheat at the weird variant of poker they play at these parks. You will almost certainly get caught. So as to conceal the evidence of your dirty dealings, you eat the book.
Oh, now you can play that poker game. Go try it out.
Yes, I can. Okay, checking all the notes and journals I've picked up so far. So, let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Next Mex books.
Actually read this diary you have? You have 2 diaries. Have you looked in them?
I read both the private's diaries. Alright,
Apparently you've
let's
got
go
2
ahead
more
and start
privates. Let's say...
let's start by going back to the D&D fort. Okay, the hippie camp is not worth examining, so moving on to Fort Cowardice.
My kid is playing with this carrot toy. Wait, you never picked up the lead pie?
Just never thought of it. Alright, Fort Cowardice is out. Moving upward a little bit more. Fort Aldead. Shame I still haven't found the flush handle for that one toilet.
I never did either. So did you get that perk for flushing all the toilets so far?
Master of Flushing?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I has it.
Excellent perk.
Dirty Poker level 2, you will probably get caught.
You upgrade to probably! Yay!
Dirty Poker level 3. You might get caught. So the next level up is for the Bean Golem. Next one is for Butterbean. Reducing all enemy stats to reducing by 11. Next is Wary, which will increase my AP. Alright, next perk is Dickern. Next is Maximum Beam Shield. And the next one is for the bean wall.